Good morning. These are your BYU-Idaho radio morning headlines for Friday, January 31st, 2025. Thanks for listening. I'm Brianna Latouche. 2 Idaho State Police detectives are being honored as heroes after their actions last year. During a recent ceremony, detectives Chris Bohanka and Jamie Wood were honored for actions they took on October 16th. According to a news release from Idaho State Police, the detectives were driving on I-84 when they saw a Toyota Camry driving erratically. As they got closer, Wood noticed the driver was unconscious. The pair acted quickly, moving their car in the way of the Camry. They were hit but were able to guide the Camry to a stop in the median. The woman was given first aid until EMTs arrived. Speaking about the situation, Colonel Bill Gardner said that few people would be willing or able to do what the detectives did. New research details the major impacts for Americans if President Donald Trump's proposed tariffs take effect. A Tax Foundation report finds tariffs Trump implemented in his first term have kept prices unreasonably high. Tariffs former President Joe Biden maintained. According to the Wyoming News Service, a report from the Urban Institute's Tax Policy Center predicts the proposed tariffs would have an impact of up to 5% on Wyoming's gross domestic product. Melinda St. Louis, director of Global Trade Watch, part of the consumer advocacy group Public Citizen, doesn't think Trump is using tariffs effectively.
Tariffs can play a constructive role in protecting U.S. jobs and enforcing labor and environmental standards when they're part of a strategic industrial policy, but Trump is not doing that. His approach is to use tariffs to bully countries.
She adds that the tariffs threatened against Mexico and Canada would have significant impacts since they're some of the largest importers of U.S. goods. Throughout his campaign, Trump proposed 25% tariffs on both countries. The Tax Foundation report estimates those and a 10% tariff on Chinese goods would cut economic output and raise U.S. taxes by more than $1 trillion. While some tariffs are being used to bolster Trump's America First agenda, others are being used to handle immigration. He threatened 25% tariffs on Colombia, so the country would accept 2 military planes full of migrants. St. Louis says tariffs would be paired with strategic industrial policy.
So you must invest in U.S. manufacturing at the same time that you are imposing potentially tariffs to address unfair trade practices and punish bad corporate behavior that's pushing a race to the bottom in terms of labor and environmental conditions.
This comes as the president has also paused federal funding and loans for some programs. This is expected to restrict projects funded by the Inflation Reduction Act and Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. Research shows that could affect manufacturing jobs and cost America a chance at energy independence, even as conservative states are seeing the greatest benefits from this funding. A new event center is coming to Rexburg, and it's called the Uptown Event Center. There will be an opening meet and greet on February 22nd from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The meet and greet is open to the community and many businesses will be there, giving out free samples and more while working to foster a friendly community environment at the same time. Monty and Andrea Spalding, former owners of Kettle Embroidery, are the owners of the center.
We want a mom that's home with her kids to bring the kids in. We want the whole family to come. We want businesses to come and see what we have to offer and look at the venue and see what kind of space there is. And we're hoping that they'll want to use it for future upcoming business meetings or events of their own. But mostly we would just want everybody to come and celebrate with us and feel welcome and see everybody.
The location is across the street from Circle of Love and in the same building as Love Olive at 57 East Main Street. It was formerly known as the Woodman Ballroom, according to the Spaldings. There is a black staircase located at the back of the building that connects to the center. It also has a connection with a disabled person lift, so all people can reach the upper floor.
We'd just like to invite everybody to come out and join us to celebrate this new adventure, both for us and for the community. We would love to have a spot for the community to be able to gather, and a great location. It is handicap accessible, and it's a big open space, so you can do just about anything there. So we just invite everybody to come out and join us and have a great day.
For more information, visit Uptown Plaza, Rexburg.com to listen to our interview with the Spaldings. Check out our BYU-Idaho radio podcast on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. These have been your BYU-Idaho radio morning headlines for January 31st, 2025. Thanks for tuning in. More news, interviews, and great content are available on our podcast feed. Search for BYU-Idaho radio on your favorite podcast apps. We're on SoundCloud, Spotify, and Stitcher. You can also ask your smart speakers to play KBYI 94.3 FM. Have a great day. This is BYU-Idaho Radio, and I'm Brianna Latouche.